In this country, each year, estimated between 300,000 and 800,000 children go missing each year. 35% of those children are females. 63,000 of those females is estimated has some sort of sexual abuse. I was a principal, and when I was a principal, I've seen too many cases of sexual abuse. Matter of fact, one is too many. So many cases of sexual abuse that I wanted to tell mothers, don't leave your daughters with their own fathers. If you go to the store, take your children with you. The cases were horrific. Our children that are being missing and kidnapped is horrific. The sex trade is very real. Those of you that hide it, though, that what goes on in my house stays in my house, that hide sexual abuse, you are just as guilty as the perpetrator. Others are in fear. If you need help, there are emergency numbers that you can call to get help for you and your children. If you're living with a so-called man who is ruling by abuse, sexual abuse, and beating up on children or sexual abusing your children. I had some cases as a principal, though, where some of the mothers were on drugs and they gave their children to pedophile men. Kidnapping and children, we have to make sure that our children are safe. If they walk home from school, make sure they use the buddy system. Walk in pairs. Do not go down alleys. Do not take shortcuts. Do not take anything, that old adage, don't take anything from strangers. If someone comes up to you and say, my parents sent you, don't believe that. Have a code word parents for your children. And I used to tell parents, if someone came up to them and said that somebody sent them, then I didn't send you. Tell them I didn't send you. I don't send nobody to pick you up. Sometimes they say, hey, you want to help me look for a loose puppy, or can you help me find someone? Tell your children to tell them that go talk to an adult, and if it persists, yell for help or yell fire. But we have to do something about the increasing amount of sexual abuse that goes on in our homes with our children, and make sure that it is known that our children are not being sexually abused in the home. One is too many. One of our children being missing is too many. I'm going to do these videos maybe once a month because we have too many missing children in our community. And if you recognize these children that I put in my video, call the proper authorities. If you see them with somebody, call the authorities. Do not engage because you may be putting yourself in danger. Those of you that have cell phones, when you tell your parents where you're going, make sure you're telling the truth and don't lie. Turn the locations on your phone. When you get to your destination, call your parents and make sure that you are at your destination. But we have to start dealing with these issues and talking about these issues in our community. The sex trade is real. There are a lot of people out there that are sick, and we must protect our children at all times. We'll say that again. Protect your children at all times. That's the short message that I have today. But we have too many missing children in our community. As I'm talking, you see the missing children up on our screen. If you recognize any of these children, call the proper authorities. As always, I'm in love with the Browns Cafe. I'm here this morning. If you haven't been to the Browns Cafe, get to the Browns Cafe. It's delicious. I have my coffee. So I'll be starting my interviews up again, and some of them I'll be doing from the Browns Cafe. But we really have to tackle important issues in our community. And right now, within our community in this country, is too many missing children, too many abused children, too many sexually abused children. And we're not saying nothing or bringing that to the forefront of attention. Let's get the numbers down. I won't start posting these videos until we get these numbers down. And like I said, one missing child, one abused child is one too many. Peace.